Lueroi's Pokemon Black and White Walkthrough, Part 38. Hey guys, welcome back to Pokemon Black and White. We're here on Route 8, and since we're here, we might as well talk to this girl, because every day she gives you a free rock, and today it's going to be the Heat Rock. So yeah, we're here on Route 8 in front of the Tubeline Bridge. Now, normally Team Plasma is going to be blocking off the bridge, so there's a few things you have to do to get them out of the way. You have to defeat the gym, fight Team Plasma at the Relic Castle, and then go get the Light or Dark Stone at the Nakreen City Museum. Once you do all of that, the entrance will be opened, and then you can go inside, and Bianca will run into you. And while she's talking to us, I guess I should give the shout-out for this video, and it's going to go to SpongeBob Lover 64. If you want a shout-out in the next video, all you have to do is leave a comment. How easy is that, right? But yeah, Bianca, since she's your stalker, you know, she's following you around everywhere you go, she's finally going to battle you. And I have to admit, Bianca's actually kind of challenging this time around. Normally it's pretty easy to beat her, but now all of her Pokemon are evolved, and she's actually pretty tough. She's going to start off with a Stoutland, which is her tiny little puppy Pokemon that's finally evolved. So yeah, it's a pure normal type, so Imboar should do pretty good here. But yeah, it's pretty hard to beat. It's got the Intimidate ability to lower my attack. So you might as well use your special attackers unless you have a fighting type like this. So yeah, Bianca for once actually kind of poses a pretty decent challenge. Yeah, we've never actually fought her Stoutland yet, so pretty new. And actually her starter Pokemon is also evolved, so this is like the first time she's decently challenging. Anyways, Porky's actually going to take a decent amount of damage from this thing, but we're still able to knock it out. Yeah, Stoutland's a really good Pokemon. It's always a solid Pokemon to choose for your team. It's pretty solid all around. And Porky's going to be my first Pokemon up to level 40, which is awesome. Because all my Pokemon are actually at level 39 before that. And looks like she's got a Simipour, so I will switch out. Then, of course, the typing of this monkey will vary depending on her starter Pokemon. But for this Simipour, we will go to our Simisage. And this should be pretty easy. Yeah. So if you actually chose a monkey of your own for your team, it's going to have a typing advantage over Bianca, which is pretty nice. So there we go. Next up is her Serperior, which is her starter Pokemon fully evolved. So this could be a Samurott or an Imboar, depending on who you chose. But either way, it's going to be fully evolved. And it's pretty dang powerful, I have to admit. There's no two ways about it. Those starter Pokemon are always pretty tough to knock out. And it's all the way up at level 40, so pretty dang high level as well. But yeah, Serperior in particular is like really fast, has good defenses, so it's pretty tough to knock out. But I'm just going with Webster here, because Bug is super effective. Oh, and of course, Bianca's going to use her full restores. Yeah, Bianca, I think, has 2 full restores for this battle, so she's probably going to use them whenever she can. Which is super annoying. There's nothing worse than when they use healing items twice. Like, she's probably going to... Yep, she's going to use it again. It's annoying enough that they use it one time. Then when they bring out another one, it's like, oh, seriously? Are you kidding me? Especially if it takes a long time to put damage on them. But I think Webster's going to be okay here. And she's going to use Leaf Blade, which is barely going to do anything. Not very effective at all, so... Signal Beam will knock it out. And there we go. I actually didn't even heal before this video started, but whatever. The last route hardly did anything to me. Alright, so Webster here is going to be learning the move Agility, but I think I'm going to pass on it. Agility boosts up your speed 2 levels, which can be kind of good in combination with Electro Ball. By the way, for this Musharna, I think I'm going to switch out, just because Webster's low on health. Let's go over to Gigalith. He usually does pretty well against these things. But yeah, Agility plus Electro Ball is a pretty good combo, because Electro Ball does more damage if your speed is higher. But it doesn't really matter, because I have Thunder, which is super powerful anyways. Alright, so Musharna, believe it or not, might be your hardest one to knock out. It's always a problem for me, because Psychic types are hard enough as it is, because unless you have a Ghost or Bug, or Dark, which isn't really that common, then you can't hit it with super effective attacks. At least in my case, I don't have any powerful Dark moves and stuff. And, of course, it has Hypnosis, which is also annoying. So that's just great. Isn't that just perfect and lovely? Put my stupid rock to sleep. Alright, so let's switch out, because I don't want to deal with this. And yeah, we'll go back to you again, Webster. I'm sorry, I should have just left you in the first place. But yeah, Galvantula is a pretty good matchup against this thing. Oh, never mind, I got myself knocked out. Well, now you're gonna pay the price for knocking out my precious Galvantula. That's probably never even happened before. Alright, let's go to Jungle Gym then. Because you can probably get the job done. Yeah, this is what I'm talking about. I have bites. Like, I don't even have a powerful Dark-type move. I have to rely on bite, but whatever. And it's going to use Defense Curl. Which will be super annoying if I can't knock you out in this hit because of that. Yeah, I'm actually, you know, I'm pretty impressed with Bianca. I think this is actually going to knock it out here. And there we go. Yeah, I'm pretty impressed. Bianca actually knocked out one of my Pokemon. She actually put up a decent fight because it took like 5 minutes to beat her, so... Good for you, Bianca. You're actually making some progress for once. But she still thinks I'm like the greatest trainer of all time. And then she's going to give you a full restore, which is kind of not that exciting, because you usually hope to get some cool, awesome item, not just a healing item. But yeah, she's going to tell us that we need to go stop Team Plasma because they're horrible people, and we have to save the world, all that good stuff, because the fate of the universe lies in our hands because we have the Light Stone. So yeah. And she just reassures us, like, oh, you'll be fine. I know Team Plasma's like a bunch of bad guys, you know, they got that legendary Pokemon, but you'll be fine. Don't even worry about it. Anyways, what's this dude doing down here? He's going to be talking about the Tubeline Bridge, I guess. So yeah, in this little entryway to the Tubeline Bridge, you get a cool little replica version of the Tubeline Bridge. And I guess I'm just going to randomly talk to people, because sometimes they give you items, you never really know. And I guess they have nothing important for me. So anyways, let's check it out. Yeah, there's a lot of bridges in this game, and it's a good way to cover a lot of area pretty quickly. But yeah, the Tubeline Bridge, if you come here on a Friday night, you're going to find a whole gang of bikers riding all around, and you can actually fight some of them. But I'm recording this on a Monday, so I don't need to worry about it. And check it out, if you can tell who that is down there. Oh yeah, it's Getsus! And these ninjas pop up, and they're like, come. Which really creeps me out, like... Team Plasma has these ninja dudes. They can pretty much do whatever they wanted. I don't even know why they need to battle Pokemon. Just use those disappearing ninja guys. They could, like, commit all the crimes in the world. But yeah, Getsus is going to come over, talk about some stuff, you know, Team Plasma and N. And he pretty much tells us that we're going to have to face off with N eventually. He says we're going to have to put our beliefs on the line, because I have the Light Stone, and he has the Dark Stone. He has the Legendary. And he's like, well, we're going to see if you can get yourself the other Legendary. Then he goes on about the liberation of Pokemon, saying they need to separate them from foolish people. It's like, seriously, Team Plasma is primarily made up of foolish people, and your goal is to take the Pokemon away from the foolish people. So really, if your plans went through, all of your little, you know, Team Plasma grunts would lose their Pokemon, and you guys would be, like, powerless. But yeah, that's pretty much my opinion on Team Plasma. They contradict themselves. They don't make any sense at all. They're the foolish ones. But yeah, he says, even though we have the stone, there's no guarantee we can take control of the legendary Pokemon. So we're just going to have to prove Getsus wrong. You know, prove Team Plasma wrong, get ourselves the legendary, show them who's boss, save the world. You know, it's just another Pokemon game. That's what we do. We're 10-year-old boys that save the world. That's how it goes. Yeah, on our way out of the Tubeline Bridge, we got a random lady walking back and forth. She must be really nervous or something. She's just pacing back and forth, freaking out. Oh, but she mentions Shopping Mall 9, which we'll check out in a second. And he talks about Route 9. So yeah, you start off on Route 8, you go through the Tubeline Bridge, and then of course you're on Route 9, which features the Shopping Mall 9. And right when you step over here, this dude right here is like a baseball player or something. He's just going to toss you an item. You can actually see it rolling down the ground, or I don't know if it's supposed to be rolling down the ground or if he just throws it at you. But it's TM56 Fling, which is a really crappy move. It's a Dark-type move, and basically, your Pokemon throws an item at the other Pokemon, and it does damage. But I'm going to quickly switch up my team here. Put Seismitoad up front. But yeah, the dumb thing about Fling is that once you throw your item, it is gone forever. Like, seriously. So, you could have, like, a really cool item attached to your Pokemon, you throw it with Fling, and it's gone forever. It's a really crappy move. Most of the items hardly do any damage anyways. But yeah, we got a Biker right here to fight, and he's got a Crocker Rock. The most powerful move you can get, or the most powerful item for Fling is the Iron Ball. So if you can find yourself an Iron Ball, it's going to do a bunch of damage if you use the move Fling. So yeah, Surf will knock this out. But yeah, the Iron Ball, I don't even remember where you find it, but yeah, if you use that, I think Fling has 130 base power, but then you lose your Iron Ball, so it's like done at that point. So I don't know, maybe it's useful for like competitive battling when your items don't actually disappear permanently, but whatever. Anyways, he's got a Scraggy here, so we'll go with a Brick Break, which is super effective. I kind of forgot I had Brick Break until a second ago when I saw it on the screen. And oh my gosh, he's going to use Scary Face, which lowers my speed. But we'll still be just fine. Ooh, high jump kick, that's actually really powerful. Especially when Scraggy's fully evolved. then it's like ultra powerful. The funny thing about high jump kick is that if you miss, you go crashing and like do a bunch of damage to yourself. Alright, anyways, yeah, we have a lot of trainers to fight on this route. So, next we'll go to this guy. I like this music, too. It's nice. And he's like, if I win, give me your Pokemon. It's like, dude, I am not agreeing to those rules. You are definitely not taking my Pokemon. But I highly doubt you're going to beat me anyways. Roughneck Reese. I love those Roughneck guys. They think they're so tough, then they just get destroyed in battle. Yeah, he's got a Crocorock, too. I guess Crocorock's some, you know, cool, awesome Pokemon. All the bikers and Roughneck, you know, all these gang members have to use them. I just picture all these guys in, like, their stupid little gangs. Like this guy actually has a picture of a Crocorock on the back of his leather jacket. Like, how lame is that? Oh, and he's got a Garbodor, so... yeah, this is actually just the perfect battle for Mr. Toad. So we'll go with a dig for this thing. Who would even want to use a Garbodor in your team? If your Pokemon constantly just smelled horrible, I don't know why you'd want to use it, but whatever. I guess that's the Roughneck way, right? Use the most, you know, disgusting Pokemon possible. And we get up to level 40, so there we go. See, look at that. He has a Crocorock face on the back of his jacket. Like, who does that? That's just, like, silly. Anyways, I think we have a double battle right here, so let's make sure I have the right Pokemon. You know, let's go with Gothorita. Haven't used you in a while, so... I'm just going to keep Seismitoad up, because I like using him. He's pretty awesome. Alright, here we go. And look at this guy. He's just like bobbing up and down on his bike. A bad one teamed up with another bad one. You know what that means? It means we are very bad. Yeah, when you take two bad people, you get very bad people. That's how it works. Their badness rubs off on each other. And Hooligans Jim and Cass, is that his name? Hooligans. They actually call them Hooligans. I wonder how they feel about that. Anyways, they have a couple of Scraggies, so... let's go ahead and use this Brick Break Thunderbolt combo on him. Should be just fine. Shabam! There we go. Brick Break's not quite powerful enough to knock him out in one hit, but Thunderbolt can finish him off. And I love how Scraggy puts his arms up like he's prepared to die. Just like, yeah, I'll take this Thunderbolt right to the chest. So yeah, this dude. Oh, you're actually going to use a super effective move on my Gothorita. For once, these people actually are smart with their move selection. But yeah, Route 9 is, it's really nothing too fancy with new Pokemon. We've seen most of them, but there is a new Pokemon called Pawniard, which is a Dark and Steel type. And it's pretty decent. I actually think we're about to fight one, so I'll talk about it a little more then. Other than that, you're just going to see Pokemon we've already seen, or the evolved form of Pokemon we've already seen. Oh, and here's a crazy biker dude just going all over the place. But he's not wearing a helmet. How unsafe. Remember, kids, always wear your helmet when you're riding a bike. Because one time the helmet actually saved my life when I was riding a bike. I'll talk about that in a minute. Anyways, this guy, yeah, he has a Pawniard. It's a Dark and Steel type. It's a decent Pokemon. It has really good physical attack. The only downside is that it doesn't learn really great moves, and it doesn't evolve until level 52. So, Bisharp, which is a pretty good Pokemon, you have to wait a really long time to get it. And you might not even get it before the Elite Four. That's the downside. But yeah, I actually... was riding my bike one time, and I was in, like, 2nd grade or something, and someone was spraying us with a hose just because it was like, in the summer, and then it knocked me off my bike, and my head fell and crashed up against the curve, and my helmet just shattered into pieces. But I was okay because the helmet was there to save me. But imagine if I didn't have my helmet on. My head would have cracked, I would have gone to the hospital, died 3 days later, and I would have never gotten to play Pokemon Black and White. How horrible would that have been? But yeah, always wear your helmet. Otherwise, you won't be able to play the new Pokemon games when they come out. It's the moral of the story. Forget about all, like, you know, loving your family and friends and everything. All that matters is that you get to play the new Pokemon games. So don't get yourself killed on your bike and wear a helmet. That's the lesson for today. Alright, so I think that's the last trainer here on Route 9. So we'll go and check out some of the items down here. Spray some Max Repels really quickly. I don't want to run into wild Pokemon. Oh, there it is! Okay, that took forever. I'll probably have to cut that out, because I went through, like, all my items, but... I finally find it, like, an hour later, so... yeah, let's work our way through the grass here. Luckily, you don't actually have to go through the grass on this route. You can just avoid it all. But if you want to grab this HP up over here, which you probably do, you will have to go through the grass. And there's one more item over here. And it is a full restore. Now this little area down here is called the Challenger's Cave. You can't come down here until you've defeated the Elite Four. So you're going to have to be a champion. So yeah, for now it's blocked off. So you can't go in there. But, you know, once you become a champion, you can finally go into the Challenger's Cave. And you can see what lies beyond the karate dude who's guarding it. And look at this guy right here. I love how his bike's just sitting in place. It's like once I defeat him in battle, his bike just dies. But yeah, here's the Shopping Mall 9, which is this game's department store, which they have in every single Pokemon game. And I'm actually going to switch up my team here because, believe it or not, there are actually trainers to fight in here. And everyone always freaks out when you fight trainers inside because no one expects it. But yeah, let's heal up Porky here. I'm going to use my Imboar just because I don't really know why. I just kind of want to. So we'll heal him with the Moo Moo Milk and put him up front. Because I'm pretty sure Imboar just destroys all the trainers in here. So that's why I'm going to use him. Anyways, this place is basically just a giant version of your typical mart. Yeah, it's called Shopping Mall 9 because it's on Route 9. How creative is that? And we'll just talk to all these people because someone in here gives you an item, but I don't really remember who. But yeah, this guy right here kind of tells you where to find all the items, just the general layout. So let's get to it. What do you want? Who are you? You're not anybody important. You have blue hair. What are you doing? Anyways, this desk right here I think is just your typical items, you know, potions, revives, paralyze heals. I actually am going to get some max repels though because I am running low. I only have 3 left, so let's just get 7 of them so I have an even 10. And that'll be good. So yeah, of course, every Pokemon game, at some point you're going to find the giant mall with all sorts of items. And this girl right here battles you, so let's go ahead and take care of this. But yeah, it's actually kind of interesting because you usually find them within a city, but this one's just on a random route, which is kind of cool. And here's Waitress Flo. Oh, it's Flo. It's like the girl from the car insurance commercials for Progressive. Flo. That's her name. And now she's in the Pokemon games. Alright, so, Minchino, you're gonna get knocked out by a hammer arm pretty easily here. And good night. That was too easy. Yeah, the only downside for hammer arm is that it lowers my speed, but I kind of can deal with that because Porky's not that fast in the first place. He doesn't outspeed a whole lot of Pokemon. And Lilligant, which is one of my favorite grass types. It's really annoying though because it uses this move, Teeter Dance, which confuses you. Yeah, Lilligant's pretty awesome. You can learn Petal Dance, which is super awesome, super powerful. Yeah, it's one of my preferred grass types in this game. I thought about using it, but I decided against it. Yeah, there we go. I was lucky I didn't hit myself in confusion, actually. So let's check out the storage room. A lot of people miss this, but there's an item you can grab in here. And I don't really remember what it is, but... Oh yeah, it's a PP up, so pretty good item right there. You want to be sure to grab that. And I guess this dude right here is the janitor or something, just hanging out in the storage room. This place seems kind of worthless, but you can actually come back here with a Rotom later in the game and change its form. So that's what that room's for, changing Rotom's form. Kind of random, kind of just, like, who would have ever guessed that, but that's what it's for, right? So right here's another place where you can buy TMs. And all you can get here is Hyper Beam and Giga Impact, which are super powerful moves. And we're going to fight this rich boy really quickly. But yeah, the only downside to Hyper Beam and Giga Impact is that after you use the move, you have to take a turn to recharge because they're so powerful, but other than that, they do a lot of damage. So, you know, I kind of recommend them, kind of not. It just kind of depends on your preference. But yeah, he's got a Liepard on his team, so once again, pretty easy for Imboar to knock out. So let's just go with a Hammer Arm. Yeah, and I think I've pretty much decided I'm going to go with Hammer Arm instead of Brick Break, just because Hammer Arm is way more powerful. So I can deal with the tiny bit of inaccuracy and the speed drop just because it's like way more powerful. So yeah, that's the way I'm going to go with that. I wouldn't blame you though if you wanted Brick Break. Either one's pretty good. Brick Break has 75 base power, Hammer Arm has 100, so it's a pretty big difference. Anyways, this girl's running under the stairs. Let's talk to her. Playing hide and go seek would be fun, yeah, especially if you can't find her underneath the stairs. Alright, so here's another place to buy items, and this is basically all the Pokeballs. Pokeballs, Great Balls, Ultra Balls, all that good stuff. And here's a random person who looks like a cook or something. I don't really know what she's doing in here. Let's talk to you. Oh yeah, this counter right here is like all the steroid items. So like proteins, irons, calciums, boosts up your Pokemon's stats, all that good stuff. It actually raises their effort values, but I will not get into that because it takes forever to explain. And this desk right here is the in-battle items, like X speed, X attack, the temporary stat boosters. So yeah, pretty handy items, really, especially in gym battles and Elite Four battles. Yeah, this guy will give you the Thunderstone if you talk to him. So how awesome is that? He's like, have you ever heard of the Thunderstone? Yes, I have. Well, here you go. Here's a Thunderstone. Alright, and here's a waiter who claims to be good at Pokemon battles. Wow, we should introduce him to that nice waitress downstairs. They can make a great couple. And I love how the waiter has Pokeballs on the tray. Like, yeah, our special today is the Magikarp. Like, who's gonna order food and expect to have Pokeballs on their tray? Like, are people actually eating Pokemon or something? That would be so ridiculous. Actually, if I had to eat a Pokemon, I don't even know what it would be. Okay, let me know in a comment. If you had to eat a Pokemon, this is the most random, just weird question ever, but if you had to eat a Pokemon, what Pokemon would it be? Like, could you even eat, like, some Pokemon would be impossible to eat. Like, this one, for instance, Lampent. Like, I don't know how you eat a Ghost Chandelier. So that's clearly out of the question, but I don't know, maybe Magikarp, like, if you ever go to that restaurant, Red Lobster in the Pokemon world, maybe they have, like, Krabby and Kingler and Magikarp and Goldeen. I don't know, maybe in the Pokemon... I mean, it makes sense. I mean, you gotta eat meat somehow, and all they have in the Pokemon world are Pokemon, so... I guess people eat Pokemon. Okay, this conversation's getting way too weird. I'm just gonna stop talking about it. We don't need to talk about eating Pokemon. Anyways, who would have ever guessed this video would turn into that, but whatever. Yeah, here's Lady Isabel, and she has another Stoutland, which is kind of surprising. Because we fought one of these earlier in the video, but... I guess we're going to fight one again. So yeah, Stoutland was the first Pokemon we fought in this video, and now we're going to fight one at the very end, so... Nice way to finish things off. But yeah, Hammer Arm should knock it out. It's not quite as powerful as Bianca's Stoutland. So there we go. And Porky pretty much... Porky never even got touched in here. He destroyed everyone in one hit. That is quite impressive. And here's a vending machine, but we don't really need anything. So let's go down the giant stairs. And yeah, that's it for Shopping Mall 9. That's all the items and trainers in there. So now that we're done with Route 9, we can check out Opel Lucid City, which is just beyond this little gateway right here. Oh yeah, and this guy must have got his bike working again, because now he's going crazy. But yeah, Opel Lucid City right through here. And Opel Lucid City is actually the home of the 8th and final gym. So we are getting very close to the end of the game. This is like the last main city. And I'm just going to talk to this guy, because apparently that's the theme in this video. Talk to all these random people. Anyways, thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more.